You are a powerful creator. And when you learn and apply the 4 tips I'm going to share with you on today's video, you're going to start to be 10 times more productive in a fraction of the time. Hi, I'm Coach Tony, and on today's video, I'm going to share with you how to get yourself into the flow state, creator mode for yourself, so that you can be 10 times more productive in a fraction of the time. So if that sounds good, make sure you like this video and let's jump right in. There are 4 simple and easy steps you can use to get yourself into creator mode and then keep yourself in that flow state for yourself throughout the day. And I'm going to share with you the 4 steps, and then we're going to break down each one in more detail throughout this video. Step number 1 is you need to reset your state of being. So every morning when I come out to my office here, literally before I open up my computer and take any action, I sit down in my chair for a couple minutes and I reset my state. And what we do is we belly box breathe very slowly and deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth, like you're blowing through a straw. And you do this for a few deep breaths. So no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what has happened yesterday, last week, last month, last year, you only exist in the present moment right now. In other words, the past is long gone. Even a minute ago is long gone. You only exist in the present moment. The future is yet to be created via the present moment, by the way. And the seeds you're thinking and how you feel right now in the present moment is constantly creating and planting the plants that you are planting for your future. And so it's a really powerful and great idea for you to practice getting very present with yourself on a moment-to-moment basis throughout the day. And the more you can be consciously present and aware of your thoughts and your feelings, the more powerful of a creator you're going to become, because you're going to know the type of energy you're in all throughout the day at any given moment in time. And when you get really good at this, you're going to start to take the reins of your state of being and how you feel and what you're thinking on a regular basis. And now your future is in your hands now. And it's not going to be left up to unconscious thoughts or feelings that might be still being activated in an unconscious level to you. So step 1 of this practice is critically important, is to reset your state of being. No matter what emotion you're in, no matter what you've been going through, reset in the present moment and clear your palette and wipe your canvas clean so that you can start to begin creating from a blank canvas. Okay. So that's step number 1. As a quick little bonus, I also practice gratitude while I'm breathing. So in other words, I'll be grateful for the air I'm breathing in, for the infinite oxygen that's always all around us, for the health and strength in my body, for my beautiful office here that I've already manifested, for my amazing and beautiful wife and family, for our beautiful house and the cars that we drive, all the things I've already created in my life and have manifested in my life. This is a chance to be super grateful for them in the moment. And then once you reset your state of being and you're now in a state of gratitude for yourself, now step 2 is you want to visualize your creation or your next cycle. And I talk about cycles a lot in a lot of different contexts, but basically everything in our life is cyclical, from the 4 seasons of weather, from the 24 hours in a day, from the 7 days in a week, the 30 days in a month, the 12 months in a year. Well, if you start to look at your life as cyclical, you'll start to understand that today's a brand new day. It's a brand new day to create something completely new or continue creating what you've been creating in the past if it's something you desire. But if it's something you don't desire and you're just creating more problems and pain and suffering in your life, every day is a brand new day to change this for yourself. You could start to choose to create something completely different. Because again, remember, you only exist in the present moment. So what do most people do is we take our thoughts and our emotions from our past and all the things we've been through in our past and we bring them into the present moment with us all the time. So step number 1 was you reset your state of being, right? Number 2 now is we want to visualize our creation or our next cycle. Well, what that looks like at the macro level is you can envision your grand vision. In other words, if you're trying to build a career or a business and you want to get it to a certain level of income, let's say, or impact, then what you would do is you're going to visualize exactly what you want that to look like. So maybe you want to grow your business to 6 figures, or maybe you want to get it to 7 figures or 8 or beyond. Or maybe you're more impact driven and you want to help hundreds or thousands or maybe tens of thousands of people in your business. Well, what you want to do is you want to connect with that vision, because your vision will become your North Star eventually as you practice this on a daily basis. And that's what's actually going to be driving you and motivating you into action. And by the way, only you see your vision. No one else can see it. You can explain it to other people, and then maybe they can get an idea of your vision, but only you see your vision. So if anybody ever tells you, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? They're not going to understand because they don't see your vision actually. So this is a very intimate exercise that you do on a regular basis here, and you're connecting with your vision for your life and what you want in your life. Right. So in other words, don't listen to anybody who might doubt you or doubt your abilities or doubt your vision because they don't see it. And they never will, actually. And another idea related to this is never take advice from a person who hasn't done what you're trying to do. In other words, if you're looking to lose weight, or maybe lose weight in a particular manner, like on a plant-based diet or with a specific methodology, and you're listening to advice from anyone who hasn't done that yet, I highly suggest you stop listening to those people because they're not going to know the intricate details on what was involved in getting that result. But somebody who has gotten that result is going to know all those little intricacies. Even if it may not be entirely applicable to you, they can at least articulate what that looked like for them on their journey. And when you get to that challenge or that obstacle in your journey, you're going to understand it much more deeply, and you're going to know exactly how to course correct or pivot or work around that obstacle, similar to somebody else who's done it before. But one of the main ideas for step 2 here is you want to have a very clear and concise vision for what it is you're doing here for your life or for your business or whatever your goal is actually. If you're looking to lose weight, what is that goal body you're looking to create? Maybe you weigh 100 pounds less or whatever that looks like. That's your vision. And you want to close your eyes and you want to get it as clear as you can on the screen of your mind here on your third eye and really envision what it looks like and connect with that version of yourself. And you want to do this for a minute or two so that you really get a strong connection for what you're building here and what you're looking to create. Well, then what I do, and I highly suggest you try the same, is you work your way backwards and you reverse engineer from your vision to where you are right now. In other words, what's the next cycle you're entering into in your life or in your business? What would be the ideal outcome at the end of today? Maybe you got a couple new customers. Maybe you took action in the gym, or maybe you meal prepped for your health. Maybe you sent a love note to your significant other, letting them know how much you appreciate them. Whatever that looks like, visualize what the best outcome would be for the end of the day. And just take a couple minutes to visualize and connect with your vision here in your creation. And when you do this at the macro level, like your grand vision, and then you bring it back down to the micro level, like your next immediate cycle, like maybe the next 30 minutes or an hour, or even just the next day that you're going to be focused in on, now you're connecting the dots very powerfully. And you could start to really step into flowing significantly powerful energy towards your creation. Well, that's what we start to do with steps number 3 and steps number 4, is we start to hone in on what exactly we're going to be doing. So now from a reset state of being and from your top vision down, you now are connecting with your creation. Step number 3 is you want to now prioritize your actions. And we do this in a very strategic way. From the most important and inspired action down. In other words, whatever actions are most important that will move the needle the most in your life and business here, and that you're most inspired to do, should be your next logical course of action. And here's why. Your body is an emotional guidance system. Well, what's really cool about this idea is it's an emotional guidance system in relation to your highest side. So in other words, your inner being, your soul, that divine part of you, that is your highest self. In other words, it is the most abundant, unconditionally loving, caring, most excited, passionate version of you possible. And so if you feel anything other than passionate, unconditionally loving, caring, excited, curious, adventurous, and uplifting emotions here, then you're starting to disconnect from your highest side. Well, to the degree of how negative you feel, it's in relation to your highest side. So if you feel super alone and depressed, you are very, very disconnected from your highest inner being here. And whatever story you're telling yourself that's getting you there is just an idea. It's just a thought, and it's just become a habit, and you could start to change the habit. Well, we're not going to get into that idea in this video in particular, but I talk about that in a lot of other videos. And I'm going to be doing a lot more in the future that'll help you kind of get yourself out of that and back over to your creation mode. And immediately, one of the videos is what I call the daily shift. And I'll link out to that right here. And you could check that out and immediately get yourself shifted over. But on today's video, I'm teaching you just how to get yourself into the flow state for yourself so that your actions are 10 times more effective and you become 10 times more productive with your time. So the actionable step for step 3 here is you want to write down all the things you have to do for your next cycle here. So you can do this for the day, you can do this for the week, for the month, however you want, even for the year. You could project out that far if you want to as well. But what I highly recommend is do those things, but really get clear on your day's objectives. In other words, what needs to get done today that'll move your needle the most? What's the most valuable and important action you could be taking? What's the most income producing action you could be taking? Whatever your goal is, whatever your vision is, what's the most important action that will move the needle the most to get you there the fastest, in other words? So what you do is write down all those actions that you know you need to get done. So maybe it's like, I know I need to reach out to several clients. I need to do a training. I need to write an email. I have to record a video, all the things you got to kind of get done. Write them all out on a piece of paper. Well, what you're going to do is you're only going to choose 3 to focus in on for that particular day. And this is going to lead us directly into step number 4 here. Step number 4 is you're going to focus all of your attention and energy on one thing at a time. In other words, one action that you identified that's really important and you're inspired to do, you're going to hone in on that one first. When you are able to focus 100% of your energy on one thing, you get incredibly powerful. When you're not distracted by anything else, but you're focused in on one thing. So right now you have my undivided attention. My phone is silenced, my notifications are silenced, and I'm only talking to my camera right now so that I deliver the best message possible for you. If my phone kept going off or if I kept getting notifications, it would derail my attention and now I can't communicate as effectively. You're going to know exactly what I mean and the power of this as soon as I share this next bit. In sports, we call it being in the zone. When a sports player is in the zone, they can't miss if they're on offense and no one can get by them if they're on defense because they're so zoned in and they're in the game and in the zone so deeply that that's all they are thinking about. They become one with the game, in other words, right? Well, the idea behind this is you want to start becoming one with your present moment and with the present action in front of you to the best of your ability. And this will serve you in all areas of your life, by the way. If you could be 100% in the present moment with the person you're talking to, whether that's your wife or your husband or your kids or your clients or your customers, or if you're a teacher, the children in the classroom, whoever is next in line for your attention, if you can give them your undivided 100% present moment attention, that is the most valuable thing you could possibly do. Because not only are you going to connect with them at a deeper level, you're going to show them that you're listening and you really are going to be listening because you're going to be present with them. And they're going to feel how important they are to you because you're giving them your undivided attention. And now you could be there for them to help them or to have an amazing conversation or to have fun if you're just hanging out with your friends to the next level. In other words, you're going to experience a next level of experience together. And it's because it's your undivided attention you're giving them. And it's not distracted. It's because as soon as something distracts you, that means, oh, something else is more important than the person in front of me. That's the unconscious message you're giving the person in front of you. So if you're with your significant other or a best friend, let's say, and you guys are both on your phone and you're focused in on that, you're not really with that person, actually. You're flowing attention to whatever's on your phone. So in other words, the quality of that relationship is degrading because your attention is not on that person. And you guys are not sharing the moment and energy together. If you put your phone down, that's one of the best things you could possibly do, by the way, in our day and age right now, is the phone is so amazing. It connects us, but it's at our detriment. It is keeping us stuck, actually. Well, perhaps one of the most powerful ideas I share on today's video, it actually takes you about 5 to 10 minutes. And for some people who are not good at this, up to 15 minutes to get your mind focused enough to start to get into the zone, to start to get into a focused flow state for yourself. Because you have so many thoughts swimming around up here, it's like you've got to wrangle those all in and get very present and get very focused with whatever the next task is at hand. Whatever the next highest priority action is, you've got to get one with that thing and start to let go of all the other thoughts in your mind. Create a dedicated space and container for your focused attention on this action. So this is exactly what we do for step number 4 here, is you give yourself and schedule yourself dedicated time to focus only on this one action. Whether that's 20 minutes, whether that's an hour, whatever that looks like. Maybe you can give yourself the whole morning to focus in on this one particular action you got to take care of. Do it if you can do it. Well, the more you're in the zone, you're going to know you're there because the time will fly way faster. My wife will say I go into a black hole when I'm out here working or when I'm playing my guitar. Certain things bring me into my flow state very effectively. Well, helping others does this for me at the next level. In fact, I can teach these ideas to people all day long and it will never get old. Like I'm in the flow, I'm in the zone. I can't wait to help people level up and get happier and healthier and start thinking more powerfully for themselves and help them break past their challenges they're currently facing and help them realize the true power that is within them. Help you realize the true power that's within you. Help you realize that you are a limitless being who has a next level creating power within you. And that has to do with your focus. So the question you can ask yourself right now and the check-in you can do for step number 4 here is, how focused are you throughout your day? Are you constantly being distracted and pulled in different ways? If so, you want to start to create boundaries and containers for each of the things that need to get done in your life. If you're an executive or a supervisor or in a management type of role, you're going to want to practice this to the next level. Because if you're constantly being pulled in different directions, different meetings, different agendas, all these different things, you can't significantly focus and create very powerfully. You're constantly just putting out fires, and that's survival mode, not creation mode. So I talk about that in another video, that you want to get out of that destructive survival mode that's keeping you stuck. It's problem-oriented mode, and you can't find the solution from it as quickly as possible and as often as possible. You want to get back and reset. Use this 4-step process I'm teaching you on today's video to get yourself back into creator mode, flow state for yourself. The more you practice this throughout the day, the more powerful you become. And I've got news for you. There's a side benefit. The less stressed you become as well. Because what's creating your stress is all of the chaos and the craziness in your life. Well, by operating in your life the way I'm suggesting in today's video here for you, you're going to be partitioning off all the most important things you got to get done, dedicating specific time to each one of those. And I highly suggest that the most important actions and the most inspired action you want to take, you do first before anything else. And then you work your way backwards to the next most important, most inspired action. And you keep going until you crossed off all of the main things you wanted to get done that day. And you created and you were productive and you did it in a less stressed manner. In fact, a no stress manner. You did it, and you did it in a fun manner because you were in creative mode. When you're in creator mode, it's fun, it's exciting, it's exhilarating. You get new, fresh ideas and solutions come to you easily, effortlessly, and consistently when you live here in this energy. It is the infinite source energy you're tied to in creator mode here. So I hope you understand the value of this, and it'll help you get 10 times more productive in a fraction of the amount of time. So try this out for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know how this might have helped you out in your life and in your day here, and help maybe organize the way you're looking at your day a little bit differently. So with that, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. And I hope this serves you well in the next couple days, weeks, or months that you apply this to. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.